What's going on, guys? This is Blake from Team Prime Time, and I'm coming at you with a new deck profile. I ended up playing Mitsurugi Ryzeal at 2 locals recently, and I ended up getting 3rd place at both. Relatively new to the deck, but I really enjoyed my ratios. I really think this is an amazing deck for this format. So, yeah, we'll hop into it. The matchups for these were at the first locals at Flashpoint Games was Rescue Ace. Game 1 was against Necros, which surprised me. Game 2 was against Rescue Ace, and Game 3 was against Rescue Ace. Rescue Ace is a very good deck. The record was 2-1 in those. I lost to one Rescue Ace, and the other Rescue Ace I ended up beating. The next locals was at Paradise Games in Mount Airy, and I ended up playing round 1 was against Rescue Ace again, ended up losing that. Round 2 was against Heroes, going second Heroes. He was playing on board breakers, and this deck plays really well into board breakers. And Game 3 was against Toy Box, White Forest, Azamina. And those other 2 games were 2-0 sweeps, but the Rescue Ace matchup for this deck is really, really hard. Anyways, we'll go ahead and hop right into it. End up playing 2 Saji. This is the best normal summon for this variant of the deck. It feels really good, but you don't like to brick on it. You'd rather just search it out in combo and have the second one for follow-up. 1 Kusanagi. This card is really good. It grabs any of your Mitsurugi cards out of the graveyard for free, and you have ways to get it back in combo. 1 Futsu. This card's really, really good. Nothing to say about it. If your opponent special summons a monster, you can reborn one of your Mitsurugi cards from grave. 2 Ame. This card is straight nuts. Basically, it's a red Geki and a Omni negate. Kind of. Your opponent either lets the negate go through, or they have to discard another card. So this card's really good in hand trap wars because it makes your opponent go -2. Then the next turn it resets, so they have to discard another card again. 3, the best card in the deck, was just Mitsurugi Prayers. This card is really, really good. It's basically Sengen Kaiman for Mitsurugis. It searches any of your Mitsurugi names, and then you can pay 800 to special 1 from hand or grave. 3 of the Ritual. This card's really good. You actually cannot ask the first effect to summon from hand. I just recently learned that you cannot ask that first effect because it is tributing from deck, not like summoning from deck. The other effect you can ask to summon from deck, but since it's tributing, it's not like sending them to graveyard or anything. It's just tributing, so you cannot ask that effect. These down here. 1 copy of the Trap Purification. This card's really good. I did end up playing it. I didn't break on it or anything, so it felt really good for me. I understand that as a brick though, so you do not have to run it in the main if you don't want to, but I highly suggest you do, because this adds a whole nother layer to your inboard, making it an Omni negate. And that's it for the Mitsurugi stuff. Move on to the Ryzeal. 3 copies of Ext. This is the best one to see, because it doesn't eat up your normal summon. Also lets you. It's also a breaker going second because of Aggregator, and get your Eclipse Twins in graveyard for free. I'm also playing 3 Ice. I just wanted to see more ways to. I was on 2, but I wanted to see more ways to play this deck, like to be able to play. So if you open up multiple copies of Ice, like you have a normal summon, and then you can also special the Ice, which is just insane. A bit controversial, but 2 Sword. Like I said, I want to see as many ways to play as possible, even though this is like the worst normal summon that you could get. Just having this in the deck just felt really good. Obviously, you have the 1 node. This card is insane. It summons any of your dudes from grave. And 1 cross. And that's it for like the Resident Engine. Not much to say. Cross is just an insanely busted field spell. Obviously, we have 3 Bonfire in the deck. The search is either for your Ice or your Ext, so not much to say about that. And 1 Prosperity. Those are all the consistency cards I was playing. It's all I felt like I needed, really, because if you open either of your engines, you basically won. 3 copies of Imperm. This card felt great. It doesn't play into talents or anything, so I was going against a hero player, couldn't do anything because I had Valor and the Emperor in my hand. I chose not to activate the Valor, and I just went for this immediately because getting talents ripped in this deck can hurt you pretty bad. Like I said, 3 Valor. It was just 3 more copies of Emperor, basically, so it felt pretty good to play. 3 Ash. I'm gonna say about this. It stops Charmies, so that was really the only reason to play it through. 3 Droll. I don't have more Charmies, but this felt like a pretty good substitute in the deck. So yep. And then finally 3 copies of Nib. This card's insane against most decks right now, because there's like no good anti-Nib combos, and it'll just make their end board a lot worse. And that is it for the main. For the extra 1 Haggard Lizard, you have to play this to get your bodies upward. So if you do use the Nib, you can end up normal summoning one of your other names, like Ice or something, and end up going into this. Or if you need the draw really bad, you can go its effect to banish one of your reptiles from grave, and then target itself to give it an attack. You go to that reptile, and then you can draw a card. 2 Detonator. I decided to play 2. This card's way too good to not play 2 of. Also played 2 Duo Drive, which might have been a bit controversial, but I mean, I'm playing a heavier Ryzeal engine, and because I feel like the Ryzeal engine is a little bit better than the Mitsurugi. If that's the only engine you see, you'd rather see just Ryzeal than the Mitsurugi. 2 Eclipse Twins. This card's nuts. Not much to say about it. I mean, like this card's just insane. 1 King of the Fairy Limbs. I didn't really feel the need for a second one. Yeah, it never really came up. You have combos to use this, like your 1 copy twice with the Eclipse Twins in the same turns. I mean, there's nothing to really say. Yeah, that's that part. We have 1 of the Exciton Knight. This card's really good at breaking boards. I decided to play it. It's so cracked. I played 1 Tornado. This card's pretty good at outing back row and baiting stuff. If you don't want to bait your Duo Drive, you want to end up getting another rank 4 to bait out hand traps and then go into your Duo Drive to extend. 1 Dweller. This is for those risky matchups like the Fiendsmith. Any deck that really needs the graveyard, you just make Dweller and you just kind of win. 1 Dugaris. You usually do end up making this just to draw into more engine or hand traps. It's pretty gas. I did end up playing Baguska, because this card's nuts. You'd rather, because I feel like if I get, mega hand trapped, I know what they're on. I'd rather have this than a Detonator, because this feels harder to play through, and they both still lose to Imperm, so. Final 2, 1 Aggregator, just to help breaking boards going second, and then Typhon. You have to play Typhon in this format. It felt really good. It was just a free body to out something for free. So. And that was the extra. Now on to the side. Ended up playing 3 Lancia. Malice is a really scary deck if you let it play, so having these in the side just felt really good. I didn't end up playing Malice, but I know there were Malice players, so I'm glad I did have these, and I would not take them out. So going first cards, I played Crossouts. I've not seen a list run Crossouts, in the side at least, not so far, but this card feels good, because if you go in playing the Mirror, you have these, and it'll just destroy them. And it'll, and just going first, you have more protection from hand traps, so it just felt really nice. Some more going first cards and going second. Thrust. These cards just nuts. Lets you grab, your copies of, talents from deck. So I put 2 talents, because you do want to draw talents. So you don't want to, break on it or anything, but you do want to draw it. These cards are so gassed together. With that, I also played a D-Barrier, just for the Mirror, and, maybe, fusion decks like Branded or something, or, Heroes. I did side this in against Heroes, but I never saw it. But yeah, it just felt really good. Last 3 were Solemn Strikes. Just more going first stuff. You want to play around board breakers as much as possible in this deck, and getting these out, or seeing these is so fire. And yeah, that was it. Got 3rd place at Paradise Games and Flashpoint. I got some more practice in with the deck now, and I feel a lot more confident that I can win. So next video that I upload will be the 1st place Mitsurugi Deck Profile. I'll let you guys know how that goes. Anyways, be seeing you guys. You have a good one.